Going on, everybody? Michael King Jr. here, hanging out in the 14 Junior shop this weekend. No racing for us. We are hanging out at the shop, getting some stuff ready for next weekend. I'm on call for work this weekend, unfortunately, so can't go too far. So we're just hanging out in the shop. I've been looking for some time to do a video like this. I'd like to introduce myself and our team to you, and then kind of do a shop tour as the first video on this channel. I've wanted to do this for a while, but just time and been really busy between trying to keep these two cars running and work and all that. You know, it keeps you down on time, but I found a weekend now where it's Saturday afternoon. Just got done watching the ARCA race, waiting on the truck race to come on, and Cup stuff. So we're just watching racing and working on race cars. That's what we do. So start off, introduce myself for those that don't know me. I'm Michael King Jr., driver of the 14 Junior Limited Modified and Ape Engines Steel Block Late Model. Ape Engines and PPG are probably my two biggest sponsors. They take good care of us. Ape's got our limited motor out right now. They're refreshing that, making some adjustments to it, make it a little bit faster. And they've got a super motor getting ready for this one. Hopefully we'll have that late summer and we can run some World Outlaws and Comp Cam races to round the year out. But a little bit about me. I started racing in 2018 as a 17-year-old. Started a little bit later than most people do. So I got a late start, raced in the 4-cylinder division that year, and then moved up to the what was the IMCA Sport Mod, which has turned into the USRA Limited / B Mod class. Raced that on and off in 2020 and 2019, and then ran it most of 21. And then a couple of friends of ours, Dennis Gardner and Dennis Gardner Jr., had a crate late model sitting around. Dennis couldn't race anymore due to some health problems he was having at the time, and they didn't want the car to just sit there. So they brought it to our shop, an old 2000, I think it was 2006 GRT. They let us run. Me and Dad swapped the ride around at the end of the year. Then we raced it a couple times in 22, and they ended up selling the car. So we went and got our own. Raced it on and off throughout the year with the Limited, of course. And we joked around with Kevin Hightower one night just about running the Dome, and he ended up being serious and wanting to run. So we put together a steel block motor. It's so I think Brandon said she's about 30, a little over 30 years old. This motor behind me, it's in there right now, and she went up there in a 2012 Blue Gray Rocket and rolled on and had a good time. Come back and ended up upgrading a little bit newer car. We got a 2019 Rocket XR1 now, so we raced it on and off last year with the Limited, and finally got this car. We fought issues with this car from the time we bought it until probably the Dome. I think the weekend that we raced before the Dome, we run 5th with the Titan Legends Late Model Series at Diamond Park. That was the first night, I think, the whole time we raced that car that we didn't have any issues. There was one other night we raced at 67 with the Comp Cam Series, Wannabe Main, with our little steel block. And out there, that was my first start with them. Anyway, we raced the Dome last year, of course, with the Alan Kawicki throwback. And this year we've run 4 late races with the late model. We've run 2 with the Limited. We've got a win and a second, and then 2 wrecks in this car, unfortunately. Hopefully the bad luck goes away. And then that one over there, we got a 6th place and a mechanical failure. So bad luck's hitting us hard. The last 3 times we've run, we've had issues. Or the last 4 times we've run, we've had some issues. Even when we run 6, we were having some issues with that car over there. But anyway, that's me. Talk about Dad a little bit. He put some pictures up here, maybe of his cars and stuff. But he raced from I think it was 98 when he started, 97. He raced all the way up until like 2009, 2010, where he ended up going off for work a lot more. He was traveling a lot more for work, so it just wasn't really sustainable for him to race. We ended up moving at that time too into our first house. We lived in a trailer for the longest time. Moved into a house, and then we moved from Kentucky to down here to El Dorado, Arkansas in 2016. And then we started racing. He's become my crew chief, tire guy, my mentor, stuff like that. Put the picture up here of Mama. She used to do our shocks on the, she used to do all the vinyl wrapping too on all our cars. All our cars were vinyl wrapped, other than one for a while there. She did all the vinyl and stuff, and then she did our shocks for, it was a number of years. It was 3 or 4 years she did the shocks for the Limited and helped out some other Limited guys. Some Pro Mod, won a lot of races with Chase Hatton and the Pro Mods with some of her shocks on there. It eventually just got too much where she just couldn't keep up anymore between work and, hold on. The other member of our team, I guess I'll go ahead and introduce him. But anyway, Mom is more of a hand around the shop to help us out now. And then I'll go to this guy, Fatty. It's our shop cat. He rolled up one night in the middle of the 2019 season while we were cooking ribs. and he was skin and bone, and he just showed up and never went away. So this is our little buddy now. He's fat and happy. You'll see him a lot around here in the shop. He runs this place. You can see his bed up there on the top of the late model. And then our newest member is Christy. That's my girlfriend. Me and her started dating back in August of last year, and she got to go to a couple races last year. She'd never been to a race before. Never really knew nothing about dirt track racing, NASCAR, anything. And since then, she's gotten to go to the Dome with us and went to the NASCAR races with me for the Texas weekend. So she's gotten to learn to love it. But she's kind of just helps Dad. She helps Dad a lot with picking tires whenever he's cutting and grooving tires. That's her main job, I guess. But she helps me out just like Mama does. So yeah, that's us. That's 14 Junior Racing Team. We're small, and we mostly keep to ourselves. Really, just kind of just go to the racetrack, race, and go home. But wanted to kind of show myself out there a little bit more, and I figured this racetrack style vlogging thing would be kind of cool. It's kind of weird talking to a camera. I'm sure I'll get used to that at some point. But anyway, let's do a little bit of a shop tour here. Let me get the cat off me. Get down, buddy. So all right, we'll start over here in the corner. So we'll start over here in the trophy corner, Brown. We've got starting on this far left side here, all the way up to that red trophy there, other than this middle trophy here, our Dad's. And from when he raced, got a couple of our old helmets hung up there. Got our points trophy. And then starting at that, from that red trophy to the right is all of my stuff over the years. Got a couple of my banners up there too. Got the Cup Series practice on. Alright, let's turn around, get to the late model here. Here's our tires and our pit cart. All of our tools in there. Over here we've got our cherry picker and our kind of like our oil or fluid cabinet. And then we've got a quarter panel from my car from 2020. And then the door off the first Limited I bought. We just kept that door for fun, I guess. Then we've got part of the quarter panel off my 2021 car. Got my door off my 2020 car. We had a couple of different paint schemes throughout 2020. So we had that car right there. It was pink numbers, pink some of the vinyl on there, and it was white and black. Ended up flipping that car, totaled it out, so we got another one. And this is one of the paint schemes we run on that one. Mom did all the lettering on that one right there, and then of course that one up there, she did the lettering and stuff on final. Go up, we got all our checks that we've won over the years. And come over here, we've got another door and some Cardinals and Kentucky stuff strode out over there. We got a Dale Jr. poster up. Got our air compressor, fuel jugs. We got a old crate motor that come out of the old crate car we had. Fuel jugs and drums. Two of Dad's roofs from when he was racing. And then I don't know if I got a good shot of that, but we got the 2019 Limited door, and up there is going to be the kind of the windshield banner I had across my 4-cylinder. Then moving on up here, some more sheet metal. Over there on the far left, got a door from my buddy Chris Franks and a Limited he ran. My buddy David Vosbury, his door, and then Tanner English got his quarter panel. I think it was off his 2021 or 22 World Outlaws car. Moving on up here, we've got a bunch of flags, so we'll start down here, and shout out to Scott Burson for doing all these. He does one of these for us pretty much every year. Mom gets me one for Christmas every year. But we got the American flag, and then starting by year, it's 2018, 19. Got the Kentucky flag, 20, 21, Arkansas flag, 22, and then 23. I'll get a better shot where the garage door is not in the way of that one. But here's a Limited. It's waiting on the motor to get done, getting worked on right now, but it's hanging out in there. It's ready to go. So we got that car put back together. Right now we're waiting to get the radiator fixed on this one. It busted the radiator out, and put a new radiator in it and get a fender put on, and then this car's ready to go for next weekend. Over here you kind of got Mom's corner. She still does vinyl stuff for work, so she's got to have a little corner there, and that's where she worked on shocks too. Got a bunch of old just spare parts in there and whatnot. But got another door from my buddy David's factory stock, and then that's from my first 4-cylinder. Got the door from that car, and then I guess that's about it. got Fatty's living quarters here. I need to fix his bed. He's done knocked it off a little bit. But anyway, thanks for checking this out, y'all. Hopefully, like I said, I'll get a little bit better about talking to the camera. It's something new for me. But stick with me, and hope to see y'all in the next one. This coming weekend, we'll be at probably $2 Pistol Motor Speedway for the Titan Legends race. It's kind of our only option right now with the limited down, and we still got a steel block, so we're trying to stay away from super races if we can. But we'll go up there, and that'll be the first weekend I try this whole recording at the track stuff. But we'll have GoPro footage, and I'll try to upload some GoPro footage like as YouTube shorts, I guess you could call it. I guess that's what they're called now. Just to kind of get a test out there and make sure everything sounds good. But thank y'all for checking this out, and hope to see y'all in the next one.